As you probably know, the Equality Crew promotes diversity, equity, and inclusion through several events in Northwest Arkansas, and they've partnered up with Queer Camp. Michael here with details on this upcoming camp for folks to get involved. Thanks for being here, Michael.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so tell us about Queer Camp and where the idea came from and how you continue to have it.
Yeah. So Queer Camp was established in 2021 as a LGBTQ plus run camp for queer youth and allies in Northwest Arkansas, and just kind of to give them a welcoming and diverse space where they can connect with other teens like themselves and just generally build community and have fun being kids.
Sure, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Where does it take place?
So it takes place here in Fayetteville. We actually keep the exact location private. That's provided upon registration, just to kind of help with security around the event and such.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What have you seen since it's lasted several years, or even heard from people who have attended camp as being the reason why they like coming to camp there?
I mean, it's one of those things that we're so lucky to have had the donations and volunteers and campers to do it for 4 years in a row now.
Right.
And the thing that I see the most is we have teens that come back year after year after year. And what you hear the most from those teens is they really love having this environment where they can meet other kids like themselves. We also have youth that don't necessarily just come from NWA, they come from all over Arkansas, surrounding states. We even had a youth one year who was traveling internationally.
Wow.
And just happened to be in Northwest Arkansas and was like, oh, I want to go to this while I'm here. So it really creates a space where they get to connect with each other in ways they typically may not get to.
Sure, yeah, I love that.
Kind of thing.
Do they do that around activities? Like what happens at this camp?
So it's a day camp, and it'll run July 8th through 12th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we build out in the mornings, we have what we call our tracks. And those are based around art, gaming, gardening, self-care, and all kinds of other fun things in there, you know, of course. And so with that, they can pick their track that aligns with the specific interests they have and have a week-long overarching project.
Yeah.
And then in the evenings, we have different games, workshops, and just kind of free time where they can just kind of enjoy getting to know each other.
Enjoy getting to know each other. I love that. So they pick a track, they hang out doing that thing, whatever it is, gaming or, like you said, self-care, whatever they're interested in. And then in the afternoon, evening, they just all hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. That's what I think of summer camp. Do you have any good summer camp memories, Maddie?
You know, funnily enough, calling back to Arts Live earlier, I went to theater camp. So I was a theater camp girl growing up, and yeah, I mean, camps are such a fun part of a childhood experience. Make such good memories and connections. But why do you think it's important to have inclusive camps like this?
Well, I think with this, in the current environment, it can be a little bit challenging to be a queer youth. And so it's really important to have these spaces that are welcoming and inclusive and diverse where they can kind of just breathe and be themselves, sort of thing. And it opens them up to being able to connect better and to kind of not feel isolated. We also, you know, throughout camp, we have some really wonderful local affirming therapist volunteers that host empowerment sessions and kind of do check-ins on emotional well-being and such throughout.
Oh man, that's so important. The camp's coming up in July, like you said, 8th through the 12th. It'll run from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And the time is now to get registered for that camp, I would
Definitely.
say, right?
You know, the earlier you register, kind of the cheaper it is.
Yeah, okay.
So I believe right now registration is $200. We do have scholarships available.
Okay, good.
So if that's
removing that financial
exactly,
barrier.
you know, we don't want somebody to miss out on this just because they can't afford the ticket for it. But registration will be open now up until about mid-June, I believe.
Okay.
So you've got a good window.
Yeah, get a good window of time. That's great. Well, thanks for joining us again.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Sign up while you can. Sign-ups are out there. You see the form right there online. We'll be right back.